G'day, welcome back to Star Citizen. Today we are taking a look at a ship that very few people actually own, and that is because it was only available during Star Citizen's original Kickstarter back in 2012, and that is this ship here, the captured Vanduul Scythe. Now, the Vanduul are basically the aliens that hate humans in the game. They're supposed to be the race that everyone sort of fights against. And as such, this is their ship. Oh, we've got one of our own ships just flying over. But yeah, so they're an alien ship basically, and they're not very friendly. So the idea of this, or the thing that's special about it, is that it's actually a captured real Vanduul ship that some people own that you can fly. And as you can see, it is a pretty damn massive ship. You got this big blade here, which supposedly can be used for ramming. I've never tried it, because, well, I normally don't have access to this. I only have access to it now because of a free fly week. But yeah, so we'll just keep walking around. You got these little spikes and things. You got some missiles there, interesting looking missiles. These more fins that actually move in flight. The landing gear that looks very interesting is just basic pillars. The nicely detailed engines there. And then on this side you've just got, well, one heck of a massive cannon, as you can see right there. It is absolutely gigantic. And yeah, you've also got this gun down here, or these two guns rather. But the thing that makes this different, other than it being asymmetrical of course, is the fact that you lie prone in the cockpit. The Vanduul are much bigger than humans are. We don't know specifically how much bigger, we just know that they are. But yeah, so when you get in this ship, you actually sort of lay down in it. So let me just find the access point. There we go. Just watch that fold down, and then we can just get in. And you'll see, when he decides to get in, there we go, that he sort of climbs in and the chair moves forward and you lie down with your head craned upwards, so to speak. It doesn't look particularly comfortable. Also, you can see this sort of glitchy HUD effect that goes on constantly. The whole concept being that the ship has a human HUD hacked onto it to make it flyable for humans, but there is supposedly elements of the alien HUD showing through. And if you saw there, the wing folded down, so if we hold down Alt we can have a look around the cockpit. You can see we got pretty decent visibility in this ship. It looks very nice. Slightly restricted on the sides by these pillars, but yeah, it has a nice view. So let's just get flying. This is Cryastro, one of these service stations that you can basically refuel, repair and rearm your spaceship from. So I thought I wanted to show that landing HUD, not landing HUD, the HUD when it turns on, and the best way to show that is obviously to get in the ship. So yeah, it actually handles surprisingly well. Like if you've played Arena Commander, these ships are the ones you will be fighting like most of the time. So let's just get out of pre-flight mode into SCM or Space Combat. You see we're doing 275 normal. If we double tap shift for boost, we're doing 355. Some nice thruster sounds there. If we hit V, we can go into cruise. And you can see that this ship is no slouch. 785 in cruise is not a bad speed at all. It is, well, as we'd say, nice and quick. Which you should hope so, because the whole concept of the Vanduul is that they use these ships as sort of strike vessels. So, yeah, but the cannons, you can see you've got this cannon on the bottom. You can see on the left there, they're called weak laser cannons. Then you've got that gun there, which is the Wrath plasma gun, which is overheating a bit there as we got that alert. And I don't remember how to use my other weapons. I don't know what they're bound to, so that's a bit awkward, but yeah, well, they exist anyway. But we've got the missiles, obviously, which you have to have a target for, and the war neutron cannon that is that huge gun on the side. So let's just jump somewhere. So let's just bring up, oh, I don't want to go into cruise, I always forget the key. Where's Yella? That's always a nice place to go to. There it is. So let's just jump over to Yella. Here we go. Love that effect. The sound could do with some work, but the effect itself looks cool, in my opinion. And here we are, the asteroid belt of Yella. So if we fly off this way, we can have a look at the ship from the exterior. So you see, it's not a bad looking ship. It is very sleek, as you would expect. The wings fold out differently in flight versus the whole landing configuration. And you can see that massive gun. So if I fire, you can see how those work. And oh, it is that one firing, but it's interesting that I'm firing more than the effect is showing. That's an interesting effect. I didn't notice that. See the maneuvering thrusters there, and the actual main engines, which aren't really working fully. It seems only one of them is showing the full effect at this time, which is, I suppose, a bug. But yeah, what can I say? That is a Vanduul ship. It is the captured Scythe. There has been no other ways to get this ship. It's only been sold that one time, and that was it. So if you want one of these ships, well then tough luck, you can't get one, at least until in the game where you can presumably steal one from the Vanduul themselves. Also, you can see the flaps moving there at the back, which I suppose will make this much better for when you get to actually trying to fly in atmosphere. But that is something we can't do right now. But anyway, that was the Vanduul Scythe. I'm Denadon. Safe landings.